how do you become a luxury real estate agent? It's one of the things that a lot of agents want to know. Very few agents will teach you, and I'm going to go through the 6 easy steps to get started on your pathway to selling more expensive real estate. Step 1 is to elevate the quality of your branding, your social media, your resume, and the quality of the marketing materials you bring to the table when you go on things like listing appointments. That makes all the difference in the world, so that when they look you up, you have a track record of looking like you can deal with the types of property that they're going to be selling. Number 2, doing property tours of that type of property and posting about it, producing content about it. This works twofold. Number 1, it shows people that you're engaged in real estate that's similar to the home that they need to sell, and it also will help you learn more about the specifics of the neighborhoods that those houses are in and the types of quality materials that are used, the floor plans, and the vernacular and the price points of all of those types of properties as well. Number 3 is prospecting luxury communities and neighborhoods or specific niches. Either that will come down to social media and targeting people through social media platforms in super specific ways, or it could be things like farming for a specific neighborhood, a specific price point, and you can do that by going to title and escrow companies, getting data of the assessed values and sending packages to them. And there's a very specific way you can do that. At Park Place, we call that the sniper campaign, and that's a specific way of farming that allows you to be super custom on everything that you send to a seller, and that makes all the difference in the world. Instead of sending out mass generic postcards, you should be sending them something super curated and customized so that they know that you're spending that extra little bit of time and attention to detail, and the attention to detail is what sets you apart from a regular agent. Number 4 is proximity. If you're not around the people that are going to sell more expensive houses, you're not going to be able to know who they are. So building proximity to the people and networking with people that are in circles that buy and sell homes like that can make all the difference in the world. Joining things like YPN, joining things like Rotary clubs and Kiwanis clubs and the Chamber of Commerce can make a big difference in the way that you start to communicate with people, and it can open you up to new relationship opportunities that give you the chance to sell houses of that caliber. Number 5 is being super specific with how you present yourself. Just like how your online presence is a brand and a resume of what you do and how you do it, how you present yourself in a given situation in a grocery store or in a meeting or whatever it is super important. If you're going to a really expensive house to try to sell it, or if you're going to a networking event and you're wearing a suit and you're put together nicely, people are going to treat you differently. They are going to behave differently. They're going to treat you like you are a different caliber of professional versus going in jeans and a t-shirt to the same exact things. You're going to get different results, because people will treat you differently based on the way that you project. If I was a real estate agent and I had really gimmicky images on social media, and then I wore casual outfits to all the networking events I went to, I should not be surprised if all of the houses I sell are to first-time home sellers, and I work with a lot of first-time home buyers. Versus if you project that you work with a certain level of clientele, you will attract that level of clientele more often than you would otherwise. And then number 6 is getting a mentor. In the space of luxury real estate, it's very difficult to get your foot in the door because everybody wants to know what your track record is. They want to say, okay, great, you want to sell my house. Have you sold any others that are similar prices, right? So say you've never sold a house above $1 million. The first thing they're going to say is, how many houses above $1 million have you sold? And if the answer that you give them is 0, that's a very hard mountain to climb when they're going to be interviewing agents that can say things like, I sold 4 last month, I sold 10 last year, I sold 40 in my career, whatever those numbers look like. That's a lot harder of a mountain to climb versus you can team up with somebody who's going to help you in that space initially. Say, hey, please let me have the opportunity to work with you on something. I will do anything for you. Don't even pay me. That, first off, Agents appreciate that. And if you're going to be an assistant for somebody for free, most agents are going to just say, yes, absolutely. And then in return, you ask to be put on the listing as a co-agent for no money. And from that, you can say, now I've built experience. Do that a couple times. Then when you get the opportunity to have a listing appointment, you bring that mentor to that appointment to work it with you, and you work a real co-listing with that agent and see their process, understand their process, and how they get it done. From there, you carbon copy what they did moving forward, because now you have a track record of things that you helped with and things that you've done with them. And now you've done, you have maybe 2 that you worked with them as a co-listing agent, but more of as an assistant role. And then you also have 1 that you did yourself, that you brought them to the table to make sure you won the listing, which is very important, because even when you get that opportunity, you want to make sure you win that opportunity. Because if you don't win the opportunity and you have the opportunity, it's very disheartening, especially in the beginning. So you want to be very cognizant of that. So you bring them to win that listing, and now you have 3. Now you go out on your own. You get those same opportunities, and you can say with authority that you can sell homes like that because you have a track record of doing so. And that mentor helps you that whole way through, making sure that you have the ability to do it. If you have any questions on what to do getting your foot in the door, if you're a brand new agent and you're worried, hey, can I even do luxury real estate? The answer is absolutely you can. Anybody can. And the biggest barrier of entry to do expensive properties is your own confidence level and your own willingness to fail. I'm a big advocate of go out there and fail and learn upwards, because you're going to be able to do it. If you try hard enough in a specific area of the space, you're going to win. Most agents are fighting for the starter first-time home buyer segment of the market. Very few agents are trying for the upper echelon of the market because most of them are afraid. So honestly, there's a larger opportunity base there that you can go after. Granted, you're dealing with more competent agents you're competing with, which is why you want that mentor. But again, it's a totally doable portion of the space, even if you're a newer agent. If you would like more content like this, please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so that you can never miss another video. If you want any specific types of videos, please leave a comment below of what types of videos you'd like me to make next. And I look forward to bringing more consistent content around building your real estate sales business and doing what all of the steps are to build and expand from listings to purchases to developments to whatever you're looking to do in the industry. If you have any questions about luxury real estate specifically, and you have a specific scenario you want to run by me, send it in the comments, and I'll make sure to respond to every single one. Thank you guys so much for joining me on the video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.